Hello, and welcome. I'm hoping everyone is having a good day today. It is extremely hot where I am. So that's why I haven't really been putting up uh, the last video because, well, I just can't sit in my office for that long without burning up, Even with buying a fan, it's just been crazy. But here we're going to do something different, and that is actually creating a character. This is art log 7, and I want to show you how I go through the process of drawing my characters. So it's not, my artwork isn't the final art piece. I actually commission people after I make a character sheet to after I make a character sheet to turn it into a pixel sprite, to turn it into a character portrait for dialogue and such. So just because, again, it's just me starting out this company. So I don't want to overload myself with having to do every character's artwork, having to do every character's pixel art. I will be doing some pixel art, but not so much. For the important pieces, I'm going to leave it to a professional person. And until I get actual employees or helpers in here, then it's just gonna be like a little over the place for these art logs, just because I'm touching everything and I don't want to show so much. So some art logs are going to be hidden. So if you see an art log that's art log 9, you're like, wait, I don't see 8. That one's hidden until I actually show a preview video for it. And what I mean by that is that I will be putting up an actual preview of gameplay and such. So when that is put out, or when the full game is put out, then I will drop the concept art or, art books, just so that there is some, I want to say, non-spoilers, because I don't want to show every boss in the game, every character in the game, and etc. So that's a little background of where I am. And again, I'm going to say that this is Art Log 7. So the setup I'm using for this is an art book, 9,000 by 9,000 pixels, and I have the background as gray. I can do it as a darker gray. We can do it as a medium gray. But this is the custom for this. So I do it as art books so I can keep all my sketches together, since these are drafts and not for, so I don't have a whole load of files for different characters. I can just do it on one sheet, save it, and send it to an artist. Here I am drawing Master Claw. He's one of the top warriors of the planet All Star, where one of the main characters, is from. You'll see him in the first stage. He's basically the first NPC you talk to in the game. And he is basically the trainer for the main character. Giving a little bit more in-depth explanation to the planet All-Star. It's more Egyptian based. Like, what if there was a world like completely with the Egyptian culture with different aspects. So these are what we would refer to as aliens. They're Arvenes. I took it from like avians because of their unique features of looking like bird evolution type humanoids. Like in the animal kingdom, where males are more attractive than females, the males basically have more feathered features or bright colored hair tones. They still keep their like masculinity and such as bone structure. However, they're more attractive. We're not going to rule out every female isn't attractive. They just are a beautiful people all around together. It's just the males are more attractive. But they do have different types of hair colors and such as the males. However, males have more feathers, what we would call it. You won't see it today. It will be next time because I'm just going to do the headshots for now so you can get a feel for it. The males basically have tail feathers, like long, intricate tail feathers. Females don't. And that's also goes with tradition of whatever female holds the male feather or feathers, their husband or mate, we can call it. Because you can have multiple mates. It's not just like a one singular thing. You can have multiple mates. And it's not really a problem. It's just based on survival or feeling. So you can have as many as you want, basically. Wives and husbands, you know. But they have that custom where they share their feathers with each other. So everybody knows that's their mate. You have to talk to them for permission if you want into the mating rituals and such. But we're not going to go like in depth of that because that's not what the game is about. That's just a little piece of lore for it. And as you can see here now, they don't have human ears, obviously. They have winged ears. So ears that are wings of a bird. So they can fold inward to make them look like human, But then when stretching them out and such, obviously they're not human. And their winged ears, they can hear from a very long distance. So on their planet, everybody can hear everybody, but it's in harmony. So everything's out in the open. They're not psychics or whatever, but everybody knows if you did something wrong. So that's why there's nothing, no, no conflict on this planet. And conflict as in huge conflict, like killing another RVing or such like that. That just doesn't exist because, well, as I said, everybody would hear it and everybody would basically attack you at once. So they do a lot of guilting, shaming if you do something wrong. Everybody knows about it. I mean, there's like times where people have arguments and disputes and stuff like that, but it's not to the point of no return. And if it's like a really bad argument, then that's when they take it up with the pharaoh, or in their case, they call her Queen Mother. And this stretches to other planets as well. There's only one Queen Mother for all the Arvines until she dies, and then another Arvine who is deeply connected to the planet's core all-star, gets claim to the throne and partakes in duties of keeping the peace with everything and making sure that the planet and all other planets are well kept, so they don't take more than they need from the planet. Like, the Queen Mother is empathetic and can actually hear the words of what the core of the planet says. So if the planet's like, I'm hurting, please stop. In our world, it would say probably, please stop drilling, please stop please stop cutting down my trees, please stop the pollution. The Queen Mother would make sure that it stopped. Like, the planet's health is the overall goal, and her people's health is the overall goal of keeping them happy, healthy, and safe. But reeling it back to our warrior master claw, when I say there's no conflict on this world, I'm not saying that there is no conflict at all to be had. Like, the reason they have warriors is because of different aliens. So unlike us on Earth, where we have no extraterrestrial conflict, there is a numerous amount of extraterrestrial attacks that can happen at any point. So he has fought in 10 wars, some big, some small. And this can stretch to multiple galaxies or their own home planet, where there are attacks from different sources that want to take over a planet or enslave a planet, or Arvines that are relocated on different planets. Because All-Star is just the home planet, they have a lot of love spread So at the moment, so like at the very moment, they would be shipped out automatically off world if there is an attack at another location far off. The Queen Mother is just like, you have to go here and save these people, our people. And all of the warriors would be deployed. Not all of them, but a good enough chunk to aid them and also keep the homeworld safe. So she can't she can't she can't hear anything off planet. That's a little OP. But whenever there's a messenger and they come into distance, she can hear it. And everyone else can hear it. That they need help. We need help. So the messenger says that, and then the warriors go off. And as I said, it can be at any point at any time. So they are always training every day, just like our troops. Every day for a possible attack. Every day. It may be the homeworld. It may be another world far, far off. Even if one Arvine is in trouble, they're they're going they're going to help them. I think you can get to what I'm alluding to for this beat 'em up game, just from the lore and the history. So yeah, I'm not gonna go in depth with this character with explanation, but I did want to give a little background on him and the world. Because I know I was just like, for the other art logs, I was just explaining or showing how I was drawing everything, doing certain elements of the game. But I wanted to give like more of a feel, to show a feel for characters and what's going on. I do want to say the other main characters are human. Hint, hint. Hint, hint. So I think you now know where I'm going with this whole hint, hint, war at any point, hint, hint. So it's not going to be a surprise to you. It's not going to be a surprise to anyone. It's like, oh, I see where she's going with how this story is going to pan out. I see. I understand. Okay. I just wanted to hint, hint. Not really spoiler, but hint, hint. Let's see. What else can I say? I think I'm out of words. And unfortunately, I still don't have music to add to my videos. So you're at least entertained while watching the creation of characters and artwork. I do apologize, but I don't want to get somehow copyright striked for just a art log for my game. You know what I mean? And even putting up my own music that I got from musicians and creators. It just wouldn't make sense to put it out right now on the internet, because it can get honestly taken, or you know how YouTube acts, and I don't have time for that. Um, Also, adding my characters on internet is a stretch. However, this is the only part, this is the only media I am using to post this artwork and other artworks. So if there is a legal battle where where you do take my characters and elements that I have drawn on here, you wouldn't win. We'll just put it that way. You wouldn't win, considering I'm showing literally myself drawing it. There's no way. And because I know, I used to be on DeviantArt. I used to be on other art platforms, and people would just grab these characters. Honestly, I was one of them, to just grab characters, to, um, just because I thought they were cool. But I wouldn't claim them as mine. But people do that. They just claim it as theirs. Or if they get commissions, people will take it. Like I don't take commissions. Like if you drew it or whatever, and for a certain person, like that's not cool. So it's just I don't don't do it, because on this YouTube, this is a video. I'm saying don't do it verbally. Don't do it, else I'm coming for you. And you still do it anyway. Well, guess what, sweetie? I'm coming. I'm coming for you legally. My company's coming for you legally. Because it is a part of company's assets, that you are ripping. And another thing, you would literally have to pause the video and screenshot it to grab it. It's not going to be on any artwork site. So you did it with intent. Any recreations is also a no. I love fan art. I want to say I love fan art. I don't mind fan art, but if you're posing it as your own, that's a no. That's a no for me. And I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry for saying it. And I think I'm going to repeat that for every character creation. That's not going to bode well for me if you just take this character and run with it and say it is yours and such. Like, literally, when I had the idea for Violet, the main character, not Master Claw right now, as you see, but for Violet, the 10 year plus idea of Violet, concept, I was very bad at drawing animals. Still kind of am, but I wanted to find artwork that already like had like the right positioning for ears, like the folded wing ears. I wanted, the closest thing I ever found was elves, literally. And so I've searched and searched, still literally searching for people who like do that, but I probably seen only like one person, literally one person who had winged ears. That was artwork, just original artwork. So if I see an influx of winged-eared people, I'm going to question you. Now, don't get me wrong. I love fan art. Fan art's amazing. Um, Call it fan art, and I would leave you alone. But if you're going to claim it, and I see all these people with the wing ears, I'm going to question you. I'm going to question you. I won't say anything, but I will question you. I'll have that eye looking at you. But yeah, that's my take on everything. It's just like, don't steal art. People take time on it. You can literally ask for permission if you want to use it, but don't claim it as yours. Please don't, because artists are creators themselves, and they should be more protected than what they are now. I mean, look at AI. Look at AI now. AI is crazy. Because guess what? A lot of artwork was stolen to teach AI how to create artwork like this. Just think about it. And I doubt they went to every artist asking permission to use their files. Just have that sink in. Like, the art community, they need to be protected. So I'm going to be an advocate for that. And yeah, I'm just, don't do it. Don't do it. Give credit, don't do it. Because don't do that to a person who actually took the time out their day and breathed beautiful life into something amazing. Don't stomp on that. That's gross. That's downright thievery. Side note, I also had a hiccup with not recording coloring part of Master Claw, because again, like I said in the beginning, it was super hot. I think it was like 98 degrees, and the fan wasn't cutting it. So I literally stopped recording, cooled off for a little bit, came back, start recording, and then left. So this wasn't all one take. This was literally a whole bunch of stops. And I thought I hit record, but I didn't. Oh, well. So back to the topic of art. I wanted to make a web comic because it was just so amazing to me to see the dedication and heart with other artists that do webcomic, or still story builders, I'm going to call them, because you see their progress from day one, volume one, and then to now, or to like 5 years later, and you just see this amazing transformation. Like, you were on the journey with them while enjoying the story. The only problem with having it as a the only problem with having it as a webcomic is they're all sound based, musical based for All Star. Like, Violet is literally just one of the, how do you explain it? They're literally a race where everything is harmonized by sound and music. So, like animals, if you heard my cats in the background, there would be different tones, different sounds like that. They would not speak in the words, they would speak in sound. And I wanted it as like a sound book where if you play the notes, you actually get the song with it. But unfortunately, I didn't know any sheet music. So it's that's what happened. Also, I had like too many jobs and adulting, so I couldn't really commit to it. Unfortunately, I couldn't commit to it. I wanted to it. I wanted to do it. I wanted to put time and effort to it, but I just couldn't. And that's what happens. But guess what? I have more time on my hands, and being a software developer, like how I wanted, I literally went to college to become a game developer way back when. Ooh, 2012 was my graduation. And I've been adulting ever since. And I just wanted to do it. And I was like, well, one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start my company and I am going to forge ahead. And Violet has been the most hashed out character of mine. Let me use her. Let me create her story through a game rather than do a webcomic, because I can always implement sound and music in a hearing sense versus doing it as a sheet music sense, like reading notes and having it follow like a actual alphabet. So I would have to create sounds of alphabets and then instruments and then regular sounds like that shark meme where it kicks down the door, the grrr shark thing sound. I would have to make up those. You might see some of those sounds as words appear on the screen, but it's easier than trying to make notes or different characters or a whole like alphabet grammar situation going on, symbols, while keeping it kind of in the Egyptian sense, because that's where their culture is based off of. Like, there's more lore there. It's not going to really be touched that much in the game, but it's there. And I thank you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. This is Master Claw. One of the warriors. Top fierce warrior. He earned his name. I didn't touch on that, but how their society is made, like how surnames came about, blacksmith or cobbler, such like that. It was based on what you did, what you're famous for. So that would be your name. You are literally born with no name, and you have to earn your name. So if you do nothing, guess what? You're not going to be called an actual name. You'll be called like a certain feature if someone has to talk to you, like, hey, green one, or hey, you over there, you do not have a name until it's earned. So that's also how it is. And that's how it's respect. You only get your name through actually doing something and helping your community. It is earned. So Master Claw earned his keep. Thank you again, and I'll see you next time.